Sleep Token, Atlantic. Is it any good? All right, guys. So we are kicking off the second album. This place will become your tomb, I believe it's called. And yeah, I'm excited to see some more Sleep Token. I know the last album did not disappoint. They haven't disappointed me yet, so I'm quite sure that this album is going to be just as great. And if you're new here and you want to see my reaction to every song on Sundowning, check out the channel. Every single song has been reacted to. But other than that, guys, let's get in there. Let's see what we got. Oh man, coming through with the piano, man. Y'all know I love pianos. Mm.
Call me when they bury
Mm.
bodies underwater. It's blue light over murder for me. Crumble like a temple built from future daughters to wasteland when the oceans recede.
Oof. Hold on. What did he say?
Built from future daughters to
Filled from filtered. Not quite sure what he said, but okay, okay.
built from future daughters to
Fear to, is it filtered or fear to? Yeah, you see, sometimes I have issues with the accent here a little bit. So if y'all could help me out, no disrespect at all. I just sometimes I have trouble interpreting, and I would like to have a better understanding. I think I'm gonna have to look at the lyrics. I think at the end of this too.
simple, built from future daughters to wasteland when the oceans recede.
So it builds from filtered something to wastelands when the ocean recedes.
The oceans recede. Mary in the morning, early obit to father. It's easier to try not to eat.
What?
Early obit to father. It's
So was that filtered daughters? Because now he's saying bitter father. Not too sure, not too sure, but definitely metaphorical right here. Um, I'm loving the sound of this though. Anyways, like so far, and he is hitting these notes, man. He is going crazy. Sounds like another song off of the deluxe edition of Sundowning.
morning, early obit to father. It's easier to try not to eat. So flood me like Atlantic, bandage up the trenches, anything to get me to sleep.
Mm. One more time.
Bandage, so flood me like Atlantic, bandage up the trenches.
So flood me like Atlantic and bandage up the trenches.
Anything to
He's saying anything that might, the water might kind of flow through in a different way and kind of like veer off or maybe even spill out. Bandage that. Want to be completely flooded. That is okay. Wow.
bandage up the trenches.
Like the imagery is,
Anything to get me to
and then anything to
sleep.
gut me to sleep. The imagery in this is great, man.
Oh, cups surrounding, eyes like frozen planets, just orbiting the vacuum I am.
Oh my god.
Eyes like, oh,
eyes like frozen planets just
sing the vacuum I am.
oh my god, just orbiting the vacuum I am. Oh my oh. Mm,
They talk me through the damage, consequence, and how it's a pain they know they don't understand. Sobbing as they turn to statues at the bedside. I'm trying not to crush into sand.
mm,
So flood me like Atlantic, where the meets and nothing.
so flood me like Atlantic, weather me to nothing. Oh
Atlantic,
gosh.
where the meets and nothing. Wash away the blood on my hands.
Wash away the blood on my hands. Mm. Are you gonna do a switch up on me? I know you could do it, guys. I know you can. 'Cause I knew the switch up was coming. Mm. Two is going crazy. You hear this?
Don't you wake me
Mm.
up.
Wow. All right, guys. I'm gonna give my thoughts or my interpretation, and then I'm gonna look at the lyrics too because I feel like there's a lot that I missed, and I'm sure you guys would appreciate it if I actually looked at the lyrics this time. So that's what I'm gonna do. But anyways, if you did make it this far and you at least enjoy what I had to say there, leave a like. It'd be great. You don't have to, but it'd be great if you did. It helps a lot, man. It goes a long way. But yeah, let's talk about this. So my interpretation so far is basically somebody who is feeling so broken, so beaten with the happenings that's going on in their life, and they just want an escape. They want to feel numb. They don't want to think about the mistakes they may have made or the negative situation that they are in, or just negativity in general, because they just feel like they're paralyzed by it, by this feeling of depression, which is basically what this sounds like. It's just depression. And what he's saying in the song is, listen, just come through, and just fill me with happiness. And again, as I've talked about before, I feel like these sort of songs, the subject matter or the vice, whatever it may be, could be interpreted in different ways. It could be, the attention or whatever feeling you're looking for out of a loved one, a deity, or a vice. And in this case, I'm leaning more towards like a vice, more towards like a drug. It's like something, just whatever it is. I just want it, and I want it to overtake me completely. Give me a feeling of not necessarily euphoria, but of just not feeling, thinking of none of this negativity. All right. And I want it to be so complete that I don't want it to ever just seep out. And sort of, if it's the sort of thing that I remain in this sort of like maybe a comatose state, if you're going to compare it to anything, so to speak, that's fine. Don't even wake me up from this feeling. I don't know. I don't want to be woken up. I just want to feel either nothing or or euphoria. Just I don't want to have to deal with anything just for a moment. I don't want to have to think about any of this stuff or feel any of this pain just for a moment. And that's what I think he's kind of describing there, especially at the end when he's like, "Don't even wake me up." You know, just let me just chill out for a second. I don't even want to be disturbed. Um, that's my interpretation based off of like what I heard and just the metaphor, just the symbolism and just the imagery that you get from speaking about something like that. You know, a lot of people talk about feeling like when they're depressed or when they're upset about something or they just don't want to deal, they feel like they're just drowning in despair. And the title being the Atlantic, the visualizer there being just oceanic. And speaking of just oceanic pressure, like I don't want to turn to sand from the pressure of just being just crushed by this. I want to crumble. Like that's what I'm getting from this song. That's what I'm getting from this imagery, and like someone crying out for help, saying, I don't want to have to deal with this. I need some help. I need something to help get me out of this feeling because it's unbearable. But anyways, that's my interpretation. And beautiful song, sang beautifully, and that switch up, beautiful. But let's look at the lyrics, and then we'll come back and we'll kind of discuss and see if I have a change of mind after reading the lyrics. So I'm looking at the lyrics, and I went over it, and I'm not 100% sure if my interpretation is 100% correct, but it could be. So he says, "Call me when they bury bodies underwater. It's blue light over murder for me," meaning possibly like I see it as a tranquil blue. You know, I see it as peace. You know, if I were to be buried underwater, I would see it as peace over murder. Crumble like a temple built from future daughters, which I did was correct in hearing daughters, but crumble like a temple built from future daughters to wasteland when the ocean recedes. Um, that right there is like just poetic. Um, I don't know what crumble like a temple built from future daughters necessarily means, but you know, crumble like that to wasteland when ocean recede is just beautifully just said. Um, Marry in the morning, earn your bitter fodder. Fodder, I thought was father. Fodder is basically something that is created or placed or enacted with the understanding that this thing is replaceable. Uh, yeah. So marry in the morning, earn your bitter fodder, right? So earn like your the happiness that is easily just like you're merry in the morning, right? It's bitter and it's easily going to be replaceable and taken away. That's how I'm interpreting that. It's easier to try not to eat, right? It's easier to try not to get too attached to the merriness because it's bitter. You know, it's bittersweet, so to speak, because like I said, it's gonna go away. So is it easier to feel that that feeling of joy or whatever it may be, hopefulness, knowing that it's gonna go away? Is it worth it just to feel that happiness? Or is it easier for you not to even get your hopes up, right? So flood me like Atlantic, bandage up the trenches, anything to get me to sleep. Wowzers. I mean, I talked about that, right? Then he says, I woke up surrounded, eyes like frozen planets just orbiting the vacuum I am. They talk me through the damage, consequence, and how it's a pain they know they don't understand. Um, Damn. So that could be something like, there are people, or maybe even like uh, thoughts, right? But I'm taking it as like outsiders, you know, trying to look at you and trying to tell you, hey, I understand where you're coming from, or I empathize. I'm trying to help you, but also feeling crushed by the understanding that they can't truthfully tell you anything or come from a place of understanding because they don't truly understand. So anything that they try to tell you, they know might just fall on deaf ears, so to speak, and it might not reach you in the way that they would hope that it would reach you. Because at the end of the day, they want to help you, but it's just not gonna, it's just not registering in the way that they would hope it would register for you. Sobbing as they turn to statues at the bedside. I'm trying not to crush into sand. So basically, they're sobbing, but it's like there's nothing they can do in the face of it all. It's like they're hopeless, and they feel like nothing they can do to help. Nothing they can do can help you out of this situation, and they feel frozen. They feel just paralyzed by the grief, and the grief or the sadness of not being able to help you out of the sadness as you do being entrenched in the sadness. That's that's where I take it. But again, this could also be like at the bedside. Like I said, you know I see a lot of like death and stuff like that, and this could be people that are trying to assure you everything's going to be okay in the face of that death. And now that I'm thinking about it, considering the title of the album, maybe this is what this this album is going to revolve around. Is going to be the topic of grief, death, loss, and how to deal with that. Anyways, so flood me like Atlantic, weather me to nothing, wash away the blood on my hands. Um, yeah, I guess maybe they feel guilty about something, and yeah, they're hoping that whatever vice it is can help wash away the negative feeling or the blood on their hands or the guilt that they feel. Even if it doesn't necessarily do that, it's more of a bandage, like you're bandaging the trenches. But nonetheless, that's what they want. Call me when they bury bodies underwater. It's blue light over murder for me. Crumble like a temple built from future daughters to wasteland when the ocean recedes, and then it continues to say, "Don't wake me up," like don't wake me. So yeah, there's definitely different ways to interpret the song. But now that I'm like thinking about the title of this album, I'm thinking maybe it does revolve a little bit more towards the idea of like facing death and the people around you trying to comfort you in your final moments, and nothing just being able to really be too comforting, except for when the moment comes and you feel as though you're at peace because you won't have to deal with anything anymore, or deal with guilt or sadness or crushing depression, maybe. There's definitely multiple ways to interpret it, and yeah, we'll see which one is right. I'm sure you guys will let me know. But yeah, and I know I rambled for a minute here, but like I said, this was a beautiful sounding song, and you definitely got the emotion that they were trying to portray. It's just how is it going to be interpreted? But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the reaction, guys. If you made it this far, those are my thoughts. But if you feel like I missed anything, please let me know. If you're a subscriber, you want to see stuff like this early, you want to get exclusive videos, I suggest becoming a channel member if you would like. You do not have to. Leaving likes, subscribing, and commenting and sharing is great. But if you're able and willing, I say check it out. But anyways, guys, until the next time, I will see y'all. Be well, be safe, and yeah, peace out.